Alright, what's up guys? Thanks for stopping by my channel. My name is John, and today we're going to take a look at how you can develop and grow your UX and UI skills. So UX is user experience design and UI is user interface design. So we're going to be covering 6 main topics in this video. 1 being exploring products, 2 being grouping those products together in boards, 3 deconstructing them and finding out why certain designs are successful, 4 improving upon those designs, 5 recreating those designs backwards essentially, and 6 just practicing. As always, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like below for the YouTube algorithm or even a comment if you feel so inclined, that would be very much appreciated. And if you're interested in content like this, it would be awesome if you'd subscribe to the channel. Alright, now let's jump into the video. So let's start off with the first topic. For me, one of the biggest helps in developing my design aesthetic was looking at other products that already exist on the marketplace. You can do this by scrolling through the App Store and checking out top apps, looking at sites like Dribbble, Behance, and Pinterest, and picking out products that you think are successful. Essentially, in this step, you'll be gathering a lot of information and a lot of visuals that you think are successful. To me, I think it's really helpful to look at products that are already successful so that you kind of have a starting point of where to start with your design work. Looking at people who have already had success in the field is one of the best ways to learn. Once you've collected a lot of products that you find interesting, I think it really helps to collect those into what I call a visual board. So basically what a visual board is a collage of images. You take designs and products that you think are really successful and place them into this visual board so that you can use them as a reference for future products that you may be designing. It's good to see all of these in one place so that you can take elements from one application or one product and compare them to other applications and other products that may have the same function, but you can see the different design approaches between the two products. And then from there you can decide which ones you like more or less and decide how you want to implement those ideas into your products and designs. The third thing you can do to really help grow your UX and UI skills is deconstructing products. And I have done this with countless things before, be it Instagram or different websites or shopping platforms. Basically what you do when you're deconstructing something is break it down right to its most raw form. So you'll take designs of products that already exist online and break them down into their information architecture or domain models. Essentially what this is mapping out the entire website functionality or application functionality into one space in a list of like text blocks so you can quickly visualize the structure of the website in its rawest form without any visual distractions. This will help you see how people lay out information and successfully guide users through experiences. It's helpful to see it in a super raw form like this so that there's nothing else distracting you like visuals, colors, shapes, things along those lines. And then what you'll do from there is take that information architecture and lay it out into wireframes. What wireframes are basically the backbone or kind of like the anatomy of a website or application. What you'll do is you'll take all the information from the domain model and translate that into wireframes. So I'll show some examples on the screen. Basically what a wireframe is a super deconstructed website without any colors, with minimal shapes, minimal visual cues, basically the least you can possibly get away with. One, this will help you as a designer to see how information is laid out on a website beyond the domain model or information architecture. And 2, this is a good way to present ideas to clients without them getting super distracted by visual designs. A lot of times if you'll show a client a website, a non-designer a website, they will get distracted by like, oh, I don't really like this blue, or I don't really like the shape of this icon. Things like that. And to efficiently develop designs quickly that clients are happy with, you really want to take everything step by step so they can check off on different steps of the process. And then finally, what you'll do is recreate the actual visuals of the website. So you'll take those wireframes that you made and add the visual elements like the drop shadows, the colors, the icons, things along those lines. And by developing those visual styles, you'll get a really, really in-depth look at how professional companies and product designers develop their products. This way you'll get a good look at how product designers develop products basically from the ground up, and you can work backwards to see already successful apps like Instagram or YouTube or whatever website you might be looking at. You'll be able to see how they were actually developed by designers. Once you've done this with a few websites or maybe even just one, what you can do is take the elements that you really like, maybe from some of your visual boards, and start implementing them into the products that you've deconstructed. Taking existing designs and improving upon them is a great way to help grow your UX and UI skills, as well as show potential employers that you can improve on existing platforms. And then finally, once you've done all of these steps a few times, really the biggest thing is practicing, going back and iterating through this process every time, developing the domain models, developing the wireframes, and then finally to the final visual designs. Basically, the only way that you're going to improve as a product designer is by continuing over and over again to practice your skills. The more you do this, the more your design process will improve, the more you'll understand how domain models support wireframes that support visual designs, and the more you'll understand this full design process. I think it's also important to bring up that design is not a linear process. Designers often jump back and forth between domain models, wireframes, and visual designs. For some of my projects, I'll complete an entire project, think it's done, walk back to it in a few days, and maybe start completely over right from the domain models. Design is constantly evolving and can constantly be improved upon. So there's really no linear process in design. It's all just jumping back and forth, slowly improving upon things, and slowly creating better and better iterations of your previous products. So hopefully you guys got something out of this. Really, at the end of the day, the only way to improve upon your design ability is to practice it. The more you do it, the easier things will come, the easier you'll be able to communicate ideas, and the easier you will be able to complete aesthetically pleasing and functional final designs. As always, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like or a comment below for the YouTube algorithm, I would seriously appreciate that. And if you're interested in more topics like this, feel free to subscribe to the channel. I'd love to have you join this creative community. And thanks again for watching, guys. Later.